together. It's here now, so we just gotta get rid of it. Anyway, you gonna be okay against that big lug? All right, you got this. Go as crazy as you want. Just make sure you stop that thing.
Well now, a new companion decides to drop in unannounced, and without even a word of greeting. No manners whatsoever.
Ah, Luther. I was just thinking I smelled something vile. I suppose our final passenger is Elder's vessel?
Ah yes, our distasteful cohabitant. It defies common sense so terribly as to negate it altogether. What kind of space is this for us? Ah, begging your pardon. I had no aim to incur the displeasure of our good host. Goodness, though. I see you're as shiftless as ever.
That's rich. You've been freeloading here much longer than I have. What happened? Didn't you lose interest in the world once you couldn't have the Akashic records?
In short, yes. With Xion gone from this world, it has all but lost access to the records as well. But as to why I am here specifically, well, I should think the reason would be self-evident.
Planning to use this one for your own ends, are you?
Oh, I think I smell danger. Could it be you feel indebted to our host because they saved your past self?
Nothing of the sort. I'm just showing them my disgust that they'd partner with someone whose true intent they don't know.
But it's not so one-sided as you make it sound. It's an equivalent exchange. I lend my power in return for knowledge.
Hey, you hear that? This fool says these things, and you don't feel an urge to expel him?
Cease the false accusations, would you? I'm here. Nothing more. Apprentice. I believe parasite is the perfect way to describe this. A future defying even Xion's prognostications. And we get to observe it.
Getting desperate, Luther? Hardly surprising, considering how far you've fallen.
I can't help it. I'm very particular about appearances, a trait I believe we share. Why don't you just admit that you've grown fond of your host?
Don't be stupid! I'm only here out of necessity. Inevitable, unavoidable necessity. I'm not apprentice anymore. My name is Margareta, and you do well to remember it, Luther.
Well, you certainly do seem quite a bit younger than the apprentice I know. I suppose that would make you easier to deal with. How frightening. Honestly, I do plan on respecting the wishes of my host. And her, of course.
East of Cuento lay the Ys Artia Trade Federation. A momentous event known as the Symbol's Succession was taking place there. The young Florent, whom Harriet and her retinue once met, donned majestic attire as a group of adults ushered him into hallowed ground. Having supped the water of temperance, he was Florent no longer. He was now the symbol of Ys Artia itself. Florent's life was changing, regardless of his wishes.
The chamber of the symbol lies ahead. This is as far as I go.
Yep.
If you have any requests, you may call upon me at any time.
Yep.
This room is different. My position is different. And everyone here is different. Even Clarissa is no longer the same. She doesn't even get mad at me the same way she used to. I guess this is what it means to be the symbol. This is the fate I was born into. No use being upset. It's too bad, though. I wanted to play more. This is my destiny. But there was so much I wanted to do.
Then why not do whatever it is you desire?
Huh?
You've every right. No need to hesitate.
Who are you? And how'd you get in here?
I am everywhere, you see. Everywhere in this world. The symbol of Ys Artia, sacrificed for their country. But even a sacrifice has a soul.
You're not hurt, are you?
Clarissa!
Forgive this brutality in your sacred chamber.
Oh dear, how frightful. I've been eaten before, but being kebabbed is even worse. But it will do you no good. I told you, I am everywhere.
You're not human?
Harriet! Guardian!
With the strife in Epic at an end, Harriet returns to Cuento, with Divine Queen Margareta accompanying her. The purpose of this visit was twofold. Harriet sought a peace treaty, as well as the elimination of ephemera. After the negotiations, Harriet and Divine Queen Margareta attended a signing ceremony. Everything appeared to be proceeding smoothly.
All the regulations and stuff are over. Do we really need a signing ritual?
Lady Margareta, this is a formality intended for the populace.
We stopped using ephemera once I became queen. This treaty doesn't affect us negatively at all.
Is that so? I heard Epic was using ephemera to make some sort of mind control potion. What of that?
Oh, no. The potion had crippling side effects, and mind control is a nasty thing to begin with, isn't it? Our god was appalled by our attempts. So much so that they struck down my predecessor for it. Everyone's afraid to even use the stuff. There's no point in hiding it. The person punished was my mother, and I was the one who received the revelation and carried out her punishment.
I'm not sure how to respond to that, Lady Margareta.
Oh, lighten up, Harriet! My mother got what was coming to her. No need for regret or sympathy. Your brother was a similar case, right? So no worries. Let's just move on.
Right. Thank you, Lady Margareta.
And another thing. When are you going to stop calling me lady?
Oh, I mean, it's only proper.
You saying my conduct's improper?
Oh, no. Not at all.
Listen, we're equals, you and I. You saved my life. We're friends.
Friends.
Being overly proper with friends just comes across as rude. Now, try it again. Minus lady.
Very well, Margareta.
There you go. Cultural differences aside, we should at least try to be friendly. So let's work on that, okay, Harriet?
Looks like they're having fun. Glad to see things in Epic have calmed down. And if we can come to an agreement with Ys Artia, we can control the spread of ephemera. At least, a little bit. Indeed. He looks just like Gemini, so there might be something afoot. The profound darkness is the cause of all this. We have to stop it, no matter what. Other than ephemera, no one's seen any traces of it. Just where is it hiding?
Lady Harriet, apologies for the interruption. There is something I must tell you.
Varuna? Whatever is the matter?
I can't exactly tell you here.
Can't risk me overhearing, huh? Should I be on my way then?
No, it's fine. I want you to hear this too, Margareta. Varuna, your report.
Yes, ma'am. There are unknown supernaturals closing in from Ys Artia to the east. I fear Ys Artia is invading, ma'am.
Invading? Why would they do such a thing? Have they declared war? What are they after?
There has been no communication from them, ma'am. A horde of supernaturals simply attacked out of nowhere.
Looks like that bad feeling of mine was right on the money.
We must hurry to the border. Guardian, I ask that you accompany me.
Don't do anything crazy out there, Harriet. If things get bad, run. Your kingdom can be rebuilt. You, not so much.
I'll keep that in mind. Upon receiving word of Ys Artia's inconceivable invasion, Harriet and the Guardian headed to Ys Artia's border. It seemed The unbelievable was beginning to unfold.
My word!
Blackness as far as the eye can see. Are they all supernaturals?
What in the world is going on in Ys Artia?
There are too many for me to get a read on. Be careful! Castrum Demonica has fallen. Nearby readings have vanished too. What were those things? correct. Their readings match as well. That means Gemini is working with Ys Artia. These readings! More supernaturals? Oh jeez! The Castrum Demonica is back too!
They're appearing without assistance. Just like an epic. But something's different.
At this rate, we'll be surrounded! Retreat back to Cuento!
The forces that attacked from Ys Artia included toy Fallspawn, Dark Falls Gemini's minions. But a much more curious phenomenon was occurring within the borders of Ys Artia itself. No matter how quickly the Castrum Demonica and Supernaturals were struck down, they reappeared just as quickly. With no end to the enemies in sight, the Guardian made a temporary retreat to Louisa. Louisa was once a peaceful and relaxing place, but this, it would seem, was no time to rest.
Analyzing the information from the soldiers at the border, the current situation is as follows. Ys Artia's forces grow ever larger, but have yet to commence their invasion in earnest. They meet all attempts to break through with a concentrated counteroffensive before returning to standby. A decidedly defensive approach.
So they're not invading?
Looking at the readings, that appears to be the case. However, we can't ignore the rate at which their numbers are increasing.
Right. It won't be long before this spills over into Cuento. If we at least knew what Ys Artia was after, we could come up with a plan, but...
How did the battle against them turn out? I know there were toy Fallspawn there.
Not invading, but destroying everything in their path. It's almost childish.
That's correct, Guardian. They're trying to find someone to play with.
Wait, Clarissa? How did you get here?
In Ys Artia, there are many secret passageways known only to the symbol and their attendants. When Florent came here before, he would have had to use those passageways.
Is Florent not with you?
Florent, the symbol of Ys Artia, is no longer with us. No. As of now, Florent himself is Ys Artia. You're not human? You're Elmir Wayland, brother of the Emperor. But you should be dead.
Well, aren't we well informed? Ys Artia always did know how to collect intel. I suppose you know about us as well? And yet, you have no idea what led to this, do you?
Clarissa!
Florent! Out of my way!
You are the head of Ys Artia, the symbol. You have the right to do what you wish with it. Still want to play? You had so much you wanted to do, yes? Then do whatever it is you please. You see? You have the power and the knowledge to use it.
Power? And how to use it?
Indeed. It's buried within your memories, surely. Allow me to unlock those memories for you.
Florent! Florent!
Florent began crafting Castrum Demonica and Supernaturals, like he was making toys for himself. The rest is as you saw. When I saw how Florent looked at me, the only thing I could do was run.
Clarissa.
The one who caused Florent to go crazy is Elmir, the brother of Emperor Wayland. Except, Maggie took him down back in Epic. I can't be sure. With what little intel we have, it's hard to tell if he survived, or if someone's just using his name.
Clarissa, how fares Ys Artia?
I do not know. It was only thanks to the secret passages that I stand before you now. After seeing the capital flooded with supernaturals, however, I can only imagine it lies on the brink of destruction. The Castrum Demonica and supernaturals in Ys Artia are being made by Florent. Their numbers only continue to increase. If we don't do something, the entire kingdom will be overrun by a horde of playmates-seeking supernaturals. We must put a stop to their source. Guardian of Quento, I beseech you, lend me your aid. You've saved Wayland and Epic in the past. Please, I beg of you. We have to save Florent.
It's clear that something must be done. I have no qualms with us helping. But...
I speak not of saving the boy's life. I speak of saving his soul. He gave his life for his country. We can't let him be the one to destroy it.
How are we going to stop him?
If you fought them, you know they replicate faster than you can defeat them. If we cannot crush the source of their generation, we cannot stop the Fellworm.
we strike the heart with everything we have.
Yes, and I have the secret passage to take us there. That certainly seems like a better option than fighting them head-on. Nonetheless, we can expect a sizable contingent to be lying in wait for us.
If Florent's wish for a playmate has passed down to his creations, we may be able to win. Quento's forces will attack Ys Artia at the border. We'll draw the enemy out, create a war of attrition. In the meantime, the Guardian will lead an assault on the heart of the enemy's forces, putting an end to their regeneration. That goes for both of us. I hope you see my willingness to fight alone as a testament to my growth.
Queen Harriet of Quento, Guardian, you have my heartfelt thanks.